Hey, I'm Duke on Twitch. If you want to support the channel and greensunzenith.com, you can find my Patreon, merch store, and singles store where you can buy singles through TCG Player or Card Hoarder in the video description. If you want to get in contact, you can also find all that info in the description below for things like donation deck lists or just wanting to reach out. Alright, let's get right into it.
Hey team, welcome back to Diggs on Twitch. There we go. A big thank you. We are here with Punishing Mav, which obviously is the red splash of Maverick that sometimes runs Punishing Fire and Grove of the Burn Willows. You could argue that right now it's not in the greatest position, but I really like the engine and I just want to see how it performs, so that should be pretty cool. We also have Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which I think is really nice in Maverick for a few reasons. One is that it allows you to continue to ramp and build out your mana. Two, it allows you to discard things that just aren't clearly great in the matchup. So if you play this against, say, elves, and you have Collector Oof in hand, you can, in a way, get rid of the 2/2 vanilla creature and hopefully find something like removal. So Fable's really cool because it does help Maverick with its underlying issue being that you have to just play with the 7 that you keep. So I think Fable is really cool in this version, especially with Minsc and Boo. Minsc has seen a lot of play in Naya Depths and a few rug or 4-color control lists. So pretty keen to see how Minsc goes in Maverick. I've taken out Questing Beast from the Green Sun Zenith package. I'm also running no white creatures, so no Spirit of Labyrinth, no Thalias. You typically see no Thalias in this version because of the higher number of non-creature spells, but I still think Spirit's a really good creature right now. I just wanted to kind of go more all in on some of the draw effects of the deck and also just the Green Sun Zenith package. So because we're not running those white creatures, I still want to have some game against combo in game one. So I'm running Teeg and Oof in the main deck and actually found room for Skoos as well, which is kind of nice. So Skoos really for the matchups where endurance just isn't enough, where I want that kind of ongoing value, maybe a little bit of life gain. So we'll see how that ends up. I've also been pretty generous with my mana base. So even though we're playing 3 Once Upon a Times, I'm still playing 6 Mana Dorks, including Dryad Arbor, and 23 lands, just because I want to be hitting my lands every turn, getting to Minsc, getting to Fable turn 2, and just, yeah, making sure that we don't have mana issues. And I guess the big card here as well is Basic Mountain, which you don't typically see. You sometimes see it in some of the blue, white, red, or even Delver decks in the sideboard for matchups where you want access to red against decks with Wasteland. And I really want to try out the Mountain against Delver and also Death and Taxes, where you want access to red mana, but you don't want to be Wastelanded out of the game. So that should be pretty interesting. Sylvan Safekeeper. I've been really high on Safekeeper recently. Mother of Runes is obviously quite powerful in a creature deck, but I do like that Sylvan Safekeeper is recruiterable, and Sylvan Safekeeper does allow you to also kind of win out of nowhere with Night by sacking lands, which is kind of cool. And you can kind of see that with the removal package and the creature package, we should have a pretty good mid-range matchup. So the board is pretty much just for combo and sort of blue decks. Nothing really for like Death and Taxes or Elves. I think the matchup is already pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. This is not Mark's version. Mark's on a pretty cool 4-color version with Urza's Saga, which is cool, but Strassman's going to come on the stream, which is really cool. We're going to do a co-stream, probably taking his version of Maverick through a league, which would be pretty sweet. So yeah, I think that is something that has been on the cards for a long time, and we just have to get through and do it. Ignoble Hierarch is kind of the last one. I just wanted another exalted creature that also produces red, which is nice. So we'll see how that goes. Hey Mapson, speaking of people that I have to sort out streams with, definitely have to get you back on as well. Yeah, really nice to see Mark do really well at the Legacy Pit Open on Maverick. Just having a quick look. I did put together some data that I want to break down. Where are we? Here we go. All right, so this was kind of just pulling out some of the finishes between Naya Depths, which is pretty nice. So congrats to Jordan on the 8-4 coming in at 25th. We had Mark come in at 22nd, which is pretty sweet on Maverick with a 9-4. And then here we have, just some pretty cool decks like the Rock, Greenback Loam, and 4-color Loam, which I think is pretty cool. Sadly, these players didn't probably do as well as they wanted to, but really cool to see these sort of decks getting some love. But yeah, here is Mark's. So on the Minsc plan, which is really cool to see, he's actually on the Saga plan, and then also just has the one Fable, which is nice. But Saga being able to get some of these is really nice, especially the Shadow Spear. Like, Lifelink right now is just so good, and something that's just so good against Delver as well is that kind of lightning helix effect of combat. So pretty cool to see. 3 Punishing Fires, 3 Groves, 21 lands, 4 Green Suns. I guess the Sagas make it 25 lands and a Loam, which is kind of cool. Pretty sweet. So I know that Mark's been doing really well with it, which is awesome. So very cool to see him do that. Let's get into a league and see how this performs, because if it does well, we will probably do a second league, let's be honest. Punishing Mav, play points, nice. Gameplay, very cool to have you all here. I have been dying to find a 4th copy of the promotional Green Suns. I don't know of another way to look up like where they are on MTGO, so pretty keen just to see how that goes. Larry David, yo. Interesting. I feel like we played against Larry David very recently. Actually, our last game was against Larry David, yo. I feel like they were on Pox. Yeah, I feel like they were on Pox. A 1-lander with 2 mana dorks. Look, if they're on Pox, I really want to be making my land drops, so I'm probably not going to keep this. This is much better. Also, to have a land that we can actually just, a Punishing Fire that we can discard easily, I'm pretty happy to keep this. Bottom of Swords, and then just lead on Windswept Heath. But it can also be a bit of a gotcha to think that your opponent's on the same deck that they played them last. Hey, Northern Angels, welcome. Of course, okay. They are not on Loam, which isn't too bad. I think in the scheme of things, that opening hand would have been pretty rough. So I'm going to assume this is Naya Depths, not lands, because of the Dryad Arbor. So again, happy just to play the Windswept Heath. I'd love to see them tap out for a creature, because then they can't hold up crop rotation for Sajiri Step. Nice. So we can just Swords this, untap, play our own Knight. I could get a Plateau here, and then get a Taiga, just to turn on double red source. Plateau, Taiga. I don't mind that. Kind of go wide with Jules. I don't want to draw the Taiga either, so I'm just going to search here for it. Okay. Not the worst. We can double Punishing Fire another Knight next turn if need be. But the one downside of Punishing Mav is that it can become a little bit awkward. Oh, is this another Knight? Might just be a prismatic ending. It can be a little bit awkward when you draw your reactive side of the deck, but like, can you imagine a Minsc here? That'd be pretty sweet. Okay. Having the Karakas is a nice clean way to deal with the combo. There's currently only 2 lands in the bin. Okay. Ooh. Will we get to, I mean, we kind of have to try. Alright, opponent. It's got to be crop. Ooh, that's a huge trade. Ah, Fable is insane. Exactly the type of board stall where you want to be able to draw into Fable. The question is, do I want to keep the Karakas? I kind of feel like this deck has so many outs to the combo, as well as something like Ramming Up, Get Back the Karakas, that I'd rather just draw into more threats. One thing about playing Punishing Mav as well is always thinking about holding up your red sources in case you want to swords an opponent's creature, because then Punishing Fire will trigger and you can of course return it. But interestingly enough here, my opponent has played both their Sajiri steps, so we don't have to worry about that in regards to crop rotation, protect their own creature. Library. Oh, Prismatic Ending. Okay. I'm going to assume that's their last Prismatic Ending as well. Wasteland. Wasteland not great here. There's no color that we can take them off. I could have also gone for a Dried Arbor there just to pressure them a little bit more, but don't mind waiting. I will play it though. Opponent's still with just 2 lands in the bin. The Wasteland would put a 3rd in, so there is a world where we just want to try to draw into Grove of the Burn Willows for Punishing Fire. Endurance. Okay. I don't really mind this. We get back those 2 Punishing Fires, which is kind of nice. But I feel like with no pressure on board, this Sylvan Library can really take over the game. It's going to take some pretty good top decks to get out of this. And I don't think there really is one. But I'll take another turn, just to see if my opponent's on anything different than sort of the stock take lists. Okay. Well, now being at 5, I'm a little bit more inclined to play on and see what happens. Yeah. Tough. Boarding isn't too hard. What do I like? I don't mind the mountain. Yeah, I don't mind the mountain, especially for Minsc. I don't like the Teeg. I don't mind a force. I don't really like the Oof as much as it turns off Mox Diamond. I think it's just more impactful cards like Force of Vigor. That's really it. Deck has a lot of gas, it's just making sure we can find it. One more. If I'm gonna bring in the mountain, I'm probably gonna drop on... I don't want to drop on a fetch because they are all red sources. It could potentially just be a wasteland. Yeah. This isn't... Oh, am I playing 61? Oh. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Look, there's enough tutor ability in the deck to warrant the 61. Obviously that was a tactical decision. Alright. On the play, which is nice. And not too bad, like there's no turn 1 removal, but like library of basics is quite nice. Pretty happy to keep this. Plains Pass is kind of bluffing Swords to Plowshares, so it might interrupt their turn 1 play. Like, nothing is huge. That's actually pretty interesting. Like, I don't really mind if a Grove gets hit by Wasteland. I'm probably okay with playing Grove here. Keeping the fetch land. My main reason for that is if on top of the library is like 3 lands, I don't want to use my life just to buy them. I want to probably take 1 and then fetch away the rest and then have another look. So I think the fetch has a little bit more value than the 1 life I give my opponent. The one card that I really don't want to see here is Prismatic Ending, and I know I just said it. I just said it. And the big streamer thing is that when you say it, it happens, but if I get to untap with this Sylvan Library, it's pretty huge. Oh, still not the worst. I guess we just go for a Taiga, because it turns on Endurance and also... yeah, turns on Grove as well. That's rough. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm probably actually happy trying to get this Liberator online, but I'd like to play it out when I actually have a threat. Sorry, a target. I don't want to throw this into a Swords to Plowshares. This might also bluff Punishing Fire, which might make my opponent stray away from playing an Elvish Reclaimer without it being a 3-4, which is kind of interesting. Like if I'm playing game 2 against Blue-Red Delver, I'm probably going to try to wait for Reclaimer to be a 3-4. And it's similar in this situation where Punishing Fire can deal with a Reclaimer that is just a 1-2. Going after the Dryad Arbor. Okay. Nice. And this is exactly why I wanted to keep the Liberator. They're also missing on land drops, which is huge. Okay. Let's go with Liberator. Grove. Use the Grove to trade and then hold up swords. But what I really want now is a good threat, because I kind of want to keep this endurance back. Like, I think if they go land Ramanap, that's probably a good reason to play the endurance, but... if this is Green Suns for Reclaimer, we can untap and Punishing Fire it. Oh, Safekeeper, okay. They kind of get a free activation of that thanks to the Flagstones. But I kind of like making them have to do that. It's going to fetch for a... probably just a Savannah to have double white. We have so much red mana that I don't really need it. Then upkeep, I'm just going to go after the Safekeeper with Punishing Fire. Because losing a land is a lot. The Flagstones is kind of a free activation because you get to replace the land, but... Like, I could see them stalling on the Dark Depths here. The Dark Depths is only really a resource if they have Yavimaya. From like a combo perspective, it's not really a thing. They sacked the Savannah, wow. That's really interesting. I would think that the Savannah, while you're mana screwed, is a lot more of a resource than the Safekeeper, but maybe they have a plan that I am just not familiar with. But that's a huge, like that's double green, that's your white source. Okay, now it makes a little more sense, but still pretty tough. Now that's interesting. I actually like returning here. I definitely want to return to play around Bog. And then I probably just want to go for getting Knight online. They have a sword, it's pretty rough, but... Actually an interesting spot, because I also have hold up Endurance for the Reclaimer, but I don't see the Reclaimer attacking if they have the Flagstones open. So with another land it would be great. But... At least I'm making them use their Flagstones in a way that they probably don't want to use them. Just going to return it now again to play around Bog, and then probably just pass back. I could use the swords here on the Reclaimer, that's definitely interesting. I think if I use the swords on top of the Sylvan Safekeeper activation, they just get rid of the Dark Depths, so they still have 2 mana for the Reclaimer. But now we're getting into Sajiri Step kind of mana, so... I don't mind trying to use the swords here on the Reclaimer. They let it slide. I think that's a huge win. Opponent also being very nice and just having some nice banter, just cool. I really didn't expect that, just because of how aggressive they've been with the Safekeeper. Like that maybe tells me they really just want to stay on the Dark Depths plan. It's not too bad. A land off the top would be great, because then I can play Knight, Punishing Fire, and return Punishing Fire. Nice. They let it go. Nuts. Just gonna return this now as well. To be fair, I could have returned it first to play around Surgical and have the other Grove open, but I think we're in a pretty nice spot now. Liberator will flip. I think here I'm pretty happy to get aggressive. Oof, nice. It's exactly where I want to be. We can't protect it, but we can get Wasteland here. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, Punishing Fire is always an interesting one. If a player casts at least 2 spells. So I could just Endurance them to make this flip so that the attack itself doesn't deal with the Fable. I don't mind that. I can't kill it with fire, unfortunately. I could also leave it. I don't mind leaving it just because they're a little bit away from Ramanap, and double Punishing Fire does kill Ramanap. So I think here we just do nothing. This is a fine trade. I think we're very far ahead right now, which is nice. Especially with the Punishing Fire. I guess the only reason to Endurance them is to allow the Punishing Fires to deal with Reclaimer. But because we have the Punishing Fires open as a double removal spell, I'm pretty happy to allow that because we can kill a 3/4 Reclaimer, so... I'm going to keep the Foothills. I think just in case of other Fable, I'm pretty happy to keep it. And we have this Goblin making mana anyway, so I don't really need to play any more lands. I guess a big knight is kind of an issue as well, potentially. Huh. So there's definitely downsides to not endurancing them. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Gone for basics. Wasteland. Yeah. What is it, a 10-10? Okay, well that's a good reason to Ignoble Hierarch. Yeah, certainly did. Certainly did. And I think I really should have maybe thought about like them just hitting their land drops and playing something like a knight. I think I can take this hit. But yeah, because I have two colored blockers, like if they swing for 10 this turn and put us to 13, they do have a line where they can wasteland themselves and like a fetch land with Sejiri Step or something gets there for 13, but Sejiri Step only gives protection from one type, so I think I'm happy just to take this one. The Wasteland's tough as well because it also means that Dried Arbor isn't a blocker. Or another land is not what I wanted. Oh, Dried Up is down? Yikes. Oh, we're good. We're good. We are good. All right, let's go for Punishing Fire on the Knight. Doing damage first, and then we can endurance all the lands out so they have no chance to actually respond. Whew, that was a close one. That was a real close one. They do still have a knight. Oh no, they don't have a knight anymore. Okay, very, very lucky. Attack. I don't. Yeah, I'll attack with the endurance. I don't think they have crop, because if they crop, they probably would have saved the knight there. Pretty nuts as well. Like I'm on 1220 and they're on 1215, so very, very close in terms of how much time we're putting into this. Actually pretty crazy. I don't think Punishing Fire here for the 1 damage is worth losing the treasure. They play the land, okay. Hmm. Yeah, damage first is a big one. You'll see a lot of lands players do that as well, where they do damage first with Punishing Fire and then Bojuka Bog. Because if you Bojuka Bog first and then Punishing Fire, of course they can then tap it and grow it, or Wasteland, or Sack a Fetch. How does Crop Rot save Knight of Autumn? Knight of the Reliquary. They could have given Pro red in response to Punishing Fire if they sniffed out the Endurance. And to be fair, I think that's probably the only line and the only reason to go after the Endurance is because of that line. Go after the Knight, sorry. If they play a Knight here, we can kill it with double Punishing Fire. Oh, their own Endurance. Okay. That's fine. Sure. Interesting. Yeah, Bojuka Bog's pretty sweet. Alright, so let's Punishing Fire this. Turn to hand. Punishing Fire this. Turn to hand. Another cool one is if you're playing Depths, you can... Oh, another Endurance, okay. You can first strike with Hexmage on a Knight, and then kill it with Bojuka Bog off crop rotation, which is pretty sweet. We might actually have lethal here. Punishing Fire them to 10, and then they gain back. Oh no, I meant to cast the Endurance there. That's my bad. Oh, okay, that's pretty sweet. Sorry, I meant to cast the Endurance there, but... Do we have the backup Endurance for Lage? But I don't think we have a great way to deal with... So they block one here. They have 2 cards left. Two, three, 4. I think we just Green Suns for Knight here and then hold up the other Endurance. We're not in any way going to be able to like squeeze ourselves back above 21, so I think it's Knight, block with Endurance next turn, hopefully, and then get Caracas. Hey High Star, welcome. Hope you're well. Opponent having a pretty good think about this. Yeah, it's very true. Lethal in the back swing with Knight would be pretty nice. This is where Bant would have been pretty sweet, because in the Bant deck, we were playing Lagrella, which is when it ETBs, you can exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players, so me and them, until Lagrella leaves the battlefield, and when I exile creature cards, they come back with 2+1/+1 counters on them. So that's a pretty nice way to like Green Suns for removal, but obviously in red, we don't have access to that. But yeah, Lagrella was actually really impressive. I mean, even little things like exile your Knight of Autumn, or exile your Icewind Quotal, like draw a card or kill something, it comes back bigger as well. Pretty sweet. Like Knight of Autumn could come back as a 6/5 with 4+1/+1 counters on it, which is pretty cool. Ah, they lost connection to the game, that's why. But they're coming back. Hey, Jono. Very cool. I am so jealous to see you and Dan having beers. I wish I was there, man. That would have been so good. But, yeah, I hope you had a really nice time at the pit. Hope you both did. Dan's deck and paper looks really, really nice. But you are more than welcome. Quickly check goat bots. No. The worst part is that I have to go to the bathroom real bad, but I don't want to leave. We are going for Knight of the Reliquary. And then pass him back. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. There we go. There we go. The one card that I'm not sure about, because it was dead the whole time, was Force of Vigor, which is obviously really nice. But it's just really nice to have for like the turn one, like Mox Opal, Sylvan Library kind of starts. But I think it's worth it. I don't think there's anything else that I really want to do here. Okay. I don't mind this. Safekeeper into double endurance Minsc is pretty cool. No removal, but semi-removal. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Pretty happy at this stage just to play it a little bit safe and go for basics. That's pretty perfect. That means I have Minsc online the following turn. Swords is fine. I wasn't going to save that. I really want to hit my third land drop here. They can't play Knight here, which is huge. Ooh. Nice. They're going to copy the basic? They're going to copy that, sure. Ooh, do they go for it? They do. Or they go for Knight. That's fine. Go for the Eyes Boo. Yeah, so here let's go for Taiga. Plateau? I kind of like keeping the Caracas back for now. Tough spot for sure. But nice to get that one for sure. But you can definitely tell there, like, we got really rewarded for them not having a turn 1 or turn 2 play. Like, no turn 1 Reclaimer, no turn 2 Green Suns for Reclaimer or something. Like, even turn 2 Sylvan Library would be tough. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, thank you, Dizzy. I will be back in a second. Nice. Yeah, hey, Age. Yeah, the Punishing Fire was great. I mean, there's a few things there, like, you missed land drops early on as well. You had the library like turn 4 with 2 lands, but then we had the Outland Liberator for the library, so that really hurt. And then even the game 3, like, no turn 1 play from you, or like turn 2 play. And then even like turn 3 not to have like mana for the night is pretty brutal. So hope you're enjoying the deck, but it'll be cool to see you sometime before. Check redeems. Check redeems. Are you bought in the wrong land? Tough. Ah, rough. Stream challenge? Okay. Saturday night. This is a tough hand because it definitely depends on what we're playing against. But okay. That's a second stream. That's a second challenge as well. I've got one coming up on the 8th, I believe. But a huge thank you. I'm gonna keep this. It has a bit of range to it, which is nice. It has mana, which is great, but pretty tough. I'd love to see a Volk. Okay, probably don't mind seeing Mox. I'd rather see Naya Depths than lands though. Yavimaya says nothing, it could be either. Savannah says nothing, it could be either. Library, ooh. A really nice start. Okay. I don't mind Forest Safekeeper here. I don't really want to throw my mana into Wasteland early on, especially when they have such a good advantage with Library. Okay, I keep one. Small tough part about these lands is that I can't search up basic planes. Okay. I don't mind this because we have access to Punishing Fire on it. Nice. They did keep up the Mox Diamond though, so that makes me think of Sajiri Step. Honestly, they could also just crop rotate one for a fetch land and then fetch, and that's 3 lands to play around the Punishing Fire. I'm going to keep the Plateau in hand because I think that's the best card to get with this Wooded Foothills, so I'm going to get the Taiga here. See if I can Punishing Fire this. So we'll see if they go for step or if they just go for a fetch land. I would err on the side of fetch land because the step in the deck is just such a good resource to have. Oh, they go for wasteland. Okay, that's actually even better because it puts us behind as well. Yes, and we don't even have a green card to pitch the endurance either. Yeah, these are the, especially post-board, these are the sort of starts where Force of Vigor can really shine. I wonder if they aggressively bog the Punishing Fire. Or if they tap out for Night. Ramanap. Ooh, get back a land. Very nice. Hmm. No, I really need Windswept Heath here. Never before ever needed Windswept Heath more. Ignoble Hierarch, interesting. I actually think that the Ramanap here is what I want to be hitting. More than the Safekeeper. Especially seeing there's only one Ramanap. Ooh, I could have not... No, I can't return that. I do get in for 2 here. So beats do start coming. I also have access to Ramanap next turn if we get to keep the Ignoble Hierarch, which is kind of cool. I also like the Wasteland there, which is subtle, but it means that we can't just sack it in upkeep to the Safekeeper to give it protection during their turn to play around something like Prismatic Ending. So typically with a Wasteland you can untap and see what you draw into and then make a decision, but by doing it there, it means that we can't save the Safekeeper in a meaningful way. Oh, they're going to hold up the combo. Alright. I like this because it just turns on Swords to Plowshares. I think that's better. Than anything else. It is tough though. Because did they just go for stage? Otherwise? Like if they go end step, sack the Savannah, go and get stage, untap, have stage and combo pass back. We can cast Endurance, Endurance the Reclaimer, and then play Karakas. I kind of like playing Karakas here and just dealing with the Reclaimer when it taps. Or when they get what they get. Yeah. They do nothing. Okay. Wasteland's pretty good. Sack it anyway, see if they have some sort of removal spell. Oh, they do have one. Crop rotation. Interesting. Maybe just for stage right now? Okay. Interesting they didn't do this after, because then the Reclaimer becomes a 3/4 again. White mana? Oh! And we don't have an out. Unfortunately, we're playing Ignoble Hierarch over 2... we do have a nice kind of out here, because we can Punishing Fire back to kill the Reclaimer. And then just try to survive... So, like, their out there would have been allowing the Endurance to resolve, And then the crop rotation land and the 2 lands from the combo make the Reclaimer a 3/4 again. But luckily we get one more turn, potentially. They also need a land and a crop rotation to find Sajiri Step, so it's not over. Oof. Not great. But playing to outs. No. 2 mana Green Suns for Birds of Paradise? And then... Oh, no, because we still need to... I thought I had a mana left over, but we don't. Yeah, we can't Punishing Fire the Reclaimer here because of that. So now they just need to land on the top, and then it's that's it. Tough. Tough. Cool game, but really back and forth. Really? I did not expect this. Oh my gosh. Missed P5 back end of turn. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. Apologies, team. And that's actually pretty huge because I could have... Yeah, that was pretty big. That's on me. A game of inches. Ugh. Hey Pilgrim, welcome. Hope you're well. The legacy streamer, too kind. Too kind. Oh, could we have done that? Could we have Green Sun for 2, 3, 4? We could have gone for it. Pat, too good. Oh, that would have been so good as well. Yeah. Green Suns for Ramanap with 4 mana, get back Caracas. Alright, we can adapt. Real good. We just want to bring in the Mountain and 1 Force, take out the Teeg and the Collector Oof. That is going to be it. Tough. Like, I don't think Surgical's worth it in this matchup. I think just dealing with their creatures is much better. Not a big fan of, like, Surgical on, like, Knights are most likely going to be exiled. I don't think hitting Dark Depths is too big of an issue. Like, we have a lot of answers to it. Good Pilgrim. Nice start to the week. Had a public holiday here in Australia, which is really nice. Alright, would love to play. Yeah, this is a pretty great hand. Heath, finally. Love it. Love it. Yav. Okay. Green Suns for 1. Okay. Here, I just like using Punishing Fire on this. These two are much better at removing really anything I want, so... Pretty happy to fetch... Sav. I didn't need to fetch, but... This is probably why I don't bring in 2 forces, is that this force most likely is going to be in my hand for a while. Oh, Prismatic Ending? No, I really want to draw a land. That's interesting. I could be really aggressive here and take them off the Yav, but I think this is better for me right now and just being able to cast this Endurance. Like, we have answers to everything they can cast anyway that I don't think it's really necessary. Like, please tap out for Night. Perfect. Best case scenario is Grove off the top, because then we can Grove back the Punishing Fire, this, take them off green. Still not the worst. I don't... Oh, but we can return this thanks to the, nice. The swords. Take them off green and then get in for 3. But now the tough thing is if they have like swords, Wasteland our green source, or red source. Okay. Hey Star Fox, welcome. Hope you're well. Nothing from them? Land? Bang. Getting this knight down ASAP. We'll get Plateau, because that means we have all our colors, and we can't be taken off one or the other by Wasteland. Hey Age, thanks for the sub. Too kind. Always really nice of you to take the time as well after our match to come in and say hey, and yeah, be in chat, so I definitely appreciate that, and I appreciate your sub. A big thank you. Good luck with the 9 depths. It's a good deck. It's a good deck. Alright, nice one. Nice to take that one. Chat, let's have a discussion. I think this is fine. I don't think Surgical is worth it. Like, Surgical depths. We have a lot of answers to depths. Surgical, Wasteland. We're not that bad against Wasteland. We have Endurance to put lands back. We have Ramen up to get lands back. Like, most of their creatures are getting exiled. I think I'm happy to sending this back, and then potentially having the Force is probably like the one card that I'm iffy about. I'm not a big fan of keeping a 1-lander, so I'm gonna mulligan this. Hey, well, I'm really glad you get to keep it online. This isn't great either, but I don't want to go down. I'm going to drop the Force here and just hope that maybe the Ooze can stick, but pretty tough. Honestly, at this stage, I just want to go after their mana and kind of reset a little bit, just because we have these prismatic endings for the Reclaimer. If anything, I just want to be able to keep them off developing. Okay, well, that's a pretty good way to stop me from wastelanding as well. But we get a turn here. We get a turn to draw a pretty valuable fetch land. Close. Oh, they played Library? Okay. We get a turn to draw a fetch land. Bang. Right on the money. Now we have an actual interesting decision because I can go after the Library. And honestly, I think it's the Library that's going to take this game, not the Reclaimer. But it's a tough one. I also went for Savannah because it's the land that I care about not getting wastelanded the most. So if they want to wasteland Savannah number 2, that's better than Taiga number 1 or Plateau number 1. I don't mind this kind of trade, like them staying down on 3 lands as well is pretty huge. I do feel like they have crop, but if I draw a removal spell here, or a land for one of these removal spells, then I'm definitely just like firing it off. I think as well I like getting planes. But I do feel like they only attack because of crop rotation. That's really interesting. Getting in instead of actually using this for fodder. Wow, no threat either. I don't want to trade with Dryad Arbor, so I'm just gonna pass back. We do have the mountain as well to think about. They're playing Dead Gone! Yes! Yes! It's happening! So good. This can happen. This can happen. It's fine. Hey B Golem, thanks for the follow. Sorry, for the sub. A big thank you. I hope you're doing well. Okay, okay. We have a dream, and the dream is live. That's gonna be tough. Okay. Oh, is that bigger? Oh, it is bigger. Oh no, they have a fetch lane, but... Ah. Crop for Bog, potentially? What are they doing here? Okay. Hey, Punishing Waterfalls. Pretty good. Played against Nine Adepts and got up, thankfully, and then we're currently in game 3 against Nine Adepts again. Different pilot, but pretty interesting matchup. Oh wow, now they have the combo as well. But they attack. So is their last card Crop? I guess we're at 6, so Endurance? Swords. Still pretty good while they're tapped out. And then just hope their last card isn't Crop. It has to be. Maybe they... Surely. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Okay. Rip. Come on. Minsc does nothing here. Tough. Tough. Maybe a 5's better. Maybe there's a better 5. Tough. But to be fair, going down to depths doesn't feel that bad because it is 9 depths. Tough. Pretty cool back and forth though. I haven't seen main deck I haven't seen in person Minsc and Boo in Infect, but I know Sam online was playing a lot of it and really enjoying it. I forget his name, but he's a very good Infect player from Europe. His name is Sam. I feel like it's Sam. Fern something? Fern. Ah, this is really gonna kill me. Fern. Legacy in effect. Furnace Cloud, there we go. If you actually want some really good content, you should check out Furnace Cloud for sure. I'll put him in the... There we go. Ah, nice. Of course, chat is all over it. I don't mind this hand with the double once. Pretty happy to keep this. Not sure what Twin's on. There is a reason to once now to find a mana dork. Nice. We're just gonna go for Savannah, I think, into Ignobled. This hand's actually quite nice. Like, next time we can Fable, potentially. Is this gonna be Naya Depths again? Surely not. Swamp. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I kind of like Fable here more than anything else. Just because it doesn't die to like Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, and that's exactly why. Jund? Oh, this could be like a Okay. Field. I don't really want to discard anything here, but I kind of want to find a land without paying mana, so I don't mind discarding the once to draw into a land. I also don't mind going after their mana here. And going... No, because they can Grist Fight. Yeah, Grist Fight's actually pretty good. I could Swords the Token. How do I want to play this out? I guess it might just be Swords Token, play Knight. No, because I don't have double white. Ah, tough. Okay, adapt. You can Swords in response to the Grist trigger. You may sacrifice a creature when you do destroy a target creature. Neg 2 and then see what they do. Interesting. Unfortunately for that case, I can't like play knight and hold up sword. Can hold up endurance and sword. Kind of feel like Wasteland's good here, but and then endurance them in response to a loam or something. Cool. I can now play this library and hold up sword. And maybe do the plow trick if they try to grist. I feel like they have an endurance of their own. Land. Minsc. Okay. I think I'll... I actually don't mind just swording in response. And then the reflections can hopefully copy the knight to get there on the crackback. Tick up again, wow, okay. Removal spell, please. Hmm. One, two, three, four. Okay. Put on top, pay for this. I think we're gonna get Safekeeper here. Attack Minsc, attack Minsc. Guess it doesn't matter. They're at 3 cards. Pretty tough. A lot of really good value with these. Just gonna take it. Caracas is definitely the quickest out to boo. Come on, removal. Oh, that's very true. I can make Knight and then get Caracas. That is pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. One, two, three, four, 5 mana. So Knight, copy 1. Yeah, very cool. All right. All right, so let's go. And then I can do this during their turn. Create a copy. Yeah. I want to do it in upkeep after the boo trigger. So before they get another boo. Oh, they go for another one. Really? Okay. Now let's copy this. Paying 1. Sack the Savannah. Go and get Caracas. Return that. Okay. I don't want to do it in case they throw it. I guess they have to sacrifice it. Yeah, I guess I could have waited. Yeah. I think I just was worried about them doing something main phase. But obviously with both of their creatures, they don't really care about that, so... Yeah, no real reason to do it just there. Could have waited. Oof's fine, as it turns off their own Moxen. Okay. How do I want to do this? If they don't block one of these, we could Wasteland ourselves to make it a 6/6. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that. And I think I am going to take this chance to kill the Minsc by Wastelanding myself. Nice. The endurance is nice, but I kind of like just taking the forest here. I could have also used a safekeeper there. I was definitely a bit untidy, but oh, soul. Damn. Really want to find Ramanap. Ramanap's the big card here that I want. Or, I wouldn't mind Prismatic Ending on the Grist. There we go. Nice. Put on top. Probably pay for this. So many options here that it's pretty tough. Hey Pilgrim, a huge thank you. Hope you have a nice week ahead. Loam is fine. What did they get back? I feel like I can nearly kill them next turn. Because if they play Windsock Teeth, Dried Arbor, 2 more cards. I think I don't worry about this, and then I kill them by sacking all my lands and making a copy of this at the beginning of the next end step. I think this works out pretty well for us. It didn't even play a creature. So end step, make a copy of this. I don't believe they're running P-Fire, or at least I don't believe they are. Guess we'll see. Get to make another copy as well, right? Jeez. Wow. Nice. Very cool. Probably don't need a sack either yet, because I think they were on 19. But tunnel vision, am I right? Surgicals and forces. I don't like Teeg. I don't mind the mountain in this matchup as well. I like all of these. The oof I think can come out as well. I'm not really looking for a way to turn off their mox diamonds, especially when we have the force of vigors that might just hit it. Swords is still quite good, especially seeing some of their bigger threats. Maybe it's the fluff. Like, maybe it's Once Upon a Time. Just taking out the fluff. Just having still 24 lands. All my my mana dorks. Yeah, pretty lucky to just have bigger creatures that could get through a lot of their stuff. It's actually a tough one. It might just be one swords. Oh no, because we're playing 61, of course. I don't mind this. I like the reach of Punishing Fire as well. Slow, but I don't mind it. It has like a pretty nice curve, and we're on the draw as well, so I don't think I'm throwing back a three land hand that actually just has everything I kind of need. But yeah, definitely some little misplays that can definitely snowball. Like even knowing when's best to use my Caracas on a boo token. Okay, makes me want to lead on fetch. Means we can play Forest next turn into Punishing Fire potentially. Very cool to see these getting played in Legacy. Like, only a little bit of play, but it's obviously a very powerful library. Okay. Another boo. I think here Wasteland's just a little bit too strong that it's going to put us behind. I really just want to keep making my land drops and make sure they stick. So I don't mind Scavenging Ooze this turn and then potentially Outland Liberator hit the library next turn. But I could get punished for not going for red early on. Nice. I like the aggressiveness of using the library there as well. This feels like a prismatic ending. Oh, a loam. Surely they have swords? No. Oh, well that's really nice now. Okay, I'm gonna play this just in case they have a cycle land. Eat the loam. And then upkeep I like force pitch the Outland Liberator. Because that's kind of what it's doing anyway. It's tough because I've already drawn 2 cards of it, but I can't let it slide. They also have Caracas for Minsc, which is pretty tough, so... Minsc isn't going to be great. I think my best draw might just be Wasteland, so then I can eat the Caracas so they can't loam it back with another loam. I'm just gonna eat the Sylvan Library here, just so they can't like endurance it back into the deck and draw it again. Canopy. Pretty happy just to pass with endurance open. There's no point attacking with the maze out either. Hey Soft Nun, welcome. Hope you're well. Okay. Sheoldred. I will draw a card in response. Okay, that's a pretty good card. And they also tapped off the Caracas as well. Nice. I could see them untapping it. No. That's huge to be able to swords this. Like... Now we might be able to get in with Minsc or do something with Minsc. Oh, there's the Wasteland. Alright, it's coming together. I don't mind just eating the Caracas end step instead of using endurance, but see what happens. They hold up endurance. I guess I do have to deal with the maze at some point as well. Just eating these for any sort of loams that might come down. Crop. Okay. What's a good crop target here? Maybe just another, if they have another Tri-land? But getting rid of the Maze of Ith turns on this Minsc again. So, oh, Saga, that's pretty spice. Okay. Just to use my mana here, I am going to Endurance and just block. I guess I could double block to get it off the board, but I kind of still like just Endurance by itself. But yeah. The tough part is that I assume Saga has a needle target. Jeez. Oh, they get back the maze. Okay. Maybe I should have targeted them. Probably. Oh, they get back my land? Wow. Ugh. A lane card as well. It doesn't even target. Yeah. I should have responded there, but I didn't. Tough. Really needed a red lane there. Probably just gonna run this back. I could see Minsc is coming out because it's not that great, like going down to 1 Minsc. It's bringing you one more once. I don't mind that. It does target? Okay. Tough slog. But hey, hope you're enjoying this content. If you want to find me on YouTube, you can sub to me there. If you want to find me on Twitter, you can find me there. And of course, at the greensunzenith.com. A lot of grindy matchups tonight. No targeting at all? Yeah, it looks like it doesn't target. What was it called? Soul of Windgrace. Yeah, you may put a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control, so it doesn't actually target. Which is tough, because they had Maze and I had Horizon Canopy. I think I would eat the Canopy before they could do anything. Because the extra draw is pretty brutal. Tough as well to force a Vigor a Sylvan Library when they already have gotten the value off it. Potentially I could have tried to keep it there. All I want is the third copy. We're back. I'll show you after. Yeah, pretty cool hand. I'm not sure if this, like, Twinless Twin is someone different. Twin MTG, I have played against them a few times, but I'm not too sure who they are. I'm quite bad with MTGO names and who they are. Also, Mabson, do you have any plans this Friday night? Friday night for you? Here I actually don't mind just grabbing the other Ignoble Hierarch, because it's free with the Cradle. So I can go Taiga, Ignobled. Pretty confident Twin is a streamer? Okay, cool. You think Twinless MTG is Twinless... Twin MTG is Twinless Twins Twin? Yeah, I was thinking there's a Twin in there for sure. Yeah, Panda, that's very true. I think in hindsight I would have liked to have... Ah, no, I messed up. Next turn I can't go Cradle into Bird and Knight because we don't have white mana, which is a brutal start. Oh my gosh. Well, this actually isn't too bad because we have the Savannah into Bird now. But it could have gone pretty bad. Busy the next 2 Fridays? Okay. I'll find time. We'll find one. Liberator's gonna be fine. Oh, do I? I think we go for Knight here. I could really go after their mana here, but I don't think that's worth it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright. Alright. Someone call the cops. Someone call the cops. Because we are... Let's work this out. With Boo, we have access to 3 mana. I'm trying to think if there's a way to both Minsc and Boo and force a Vigor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think there is. I think we just start off with Boo. No tomb, sadly. This is actually pretty interesting. Seeing they're on one card, I actually like Wasteland here into 2, 3, 4, Force of Vigor on these two. Yeah, I actually think that's a better play. Like if they have crop, but they don't. So 2, 3, 4. Get rid of both of these. Like now they're down to 1 land. And then I might... No, I'm not going to attack here. I'm going to hold it back. As good as Minsc would be there, I think like that play is huge. Taking off double mana source and also Sylvan Library when they're on 1 card. Yeah, now they're pretty stuck. Do I want to use the Knight? Yeah. I could get Dried Up, but I think here I'm just going to get a Wasteland. And then we can hold up Wasteland. Two red Minsc. And now we're just really getting in. Yeah, really tough spot for them, but as much as I wanted to cast the Minsc that turn, I think that Force of Vigor just lined up a lot better. But sweet deck from my opponent. Hopefully they do trophy with it and we get to see it online. I'm glad you're with me, Mapson. I'm glad I'm on the same page as you. Because if I'm on the same page as you, I'm doing something right. Yeah, if anyone finds one of these online, I would love to grab it off you, because I currently have 3. I need to find that 4th. And they're quite hard to find. Alright, Brass. Look, I don't mind this hand. Like, Teeg for combo, Punishing Fire for non-combo. We can go turn 1 Plains into Burn Willows, which turns on both of these, and then like, yeah, this is quite nice. I could see it being a little bit odd, but... Look at this. Look at this. Too good. Very chill. I think if I wanted to describe my stream in some way, very chill is probably how I'd like to put it, so... Love your work, Braxis. But if you combo me, if you're watching this and you combo me here... yeah. I think Plains gives away the least amount of what we're on. Ugh. Oh no. I really hope it's a depths deck. Okay. At least if it's like a Khan Echo or like a Dark Ritual style deck, we can hopefully turn off some of this stuff here. We're just gonna go Canopy here into Teeg. Which turns off like Ancient Tomb into Khan the Great Creator or something similar. Land swamp? What is this? Get out of my swamp. What does Shrek say? That was a terrible Shrek, by the way. But someone needs to... Oh, is this going to be opposition agent? Okay. Not too bad because you have the Grove. So I would assume like Sudden Edict potentially in this deck. Duress. Okay, luckily we can get the Grove back, but then we can't pay for it. Hey Forrest, I believe we just played. Did I go down to you on Naya Depths? I believe we did. Another Grove is quite nice. I like just playing the Ooze here and then holding up Ooze or Punishing Fire. We did, nice. Yeah, they were cool games. Very, very cool to see Depths running around. A lot of interaction, which is nice. Bob is more than fine. Saga, not so much, but... Okay. Map. Sure. It's a pretty cool deck. Hey, not at all. I think the only thing was there was a situation where we enduranced you, and in response you cropped for the combo, and then we were able to untap and Punishing Fire the Reclaimer, where you could have let the endurance resolve, Reclaimer becomes a 1/2, and then crop, make the combo, which is 3 lands, to put into the bin to make the Reclaimer back into a 3/4 so it can't be hit by Punishing Fire. But that was like a small thing. But otherwise, yeah, really cool games. Really sweet games. Ooh, ending? That's pretty sweet, because now I can actually deal with both of their creatures. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Of course I did it the wrong way. I guess I get to attack with the Ooze now, but now it just looks weird. Now it just looks really weird. Oh, not with Teeg in play? That's very true, so I need to play Caracas to actually get the Teeg back. That's on me. Like, I shouldn't have tapped the Grove, of course, if that's the case. Because my plan was to use 2 colors from Canopy and Plains, but... It's all G. It's all G. These things happen. We will adapt. I kind of like the challenge of making misplays. It's kind of why I make them on stream. Just to make it just a little bit harder to get things done. We have Caracas here, which is nice. But Sheldred's going to be tough. We lose 2 life. Oh, I mean, Wasteland on Saga here is so good as well. I think Wasteland is just better than Caracas. Yeah, I think it is. And then I actually don't mind just playing Ramanap here to get back Wasteland down the line. Hey, Too Kind, thank you very much. That's very appreciated and great sportsmanship. Oh, Urborg allows us to hit Sheoldred? Ah, it would have. Yeah, I guess next turn we can deal with it. I guess that means I can Punishing Fire this now and then eat it. Ah, still Teeg? Okay. Okay, Teeg is gonna die. Teeg. Come on, Gaddock, what are you doing? They do only have 2 cards, which is kind of nice. Another Saga is tough, but I wonder if I block here with the Teeg. Like, I'm going to assume this is just like a mono black depths deck, so I don't think Gaddock Teeg is going to be doing a whole lot. I don't believe Not of This World is in the deck because of Dark Confidant, so... I could do something really tricky. I could attack with the Ooze, and then if they block, I could fetch for Dried Arbor, return Punishing Fire, use Punishing Fire on Dried Arbor, and use the last green to eat it. Which is kind of cool. But I think we just Caracas it. Caracas it this turn, and then Ramanat back next turn. I assume they copy with stage, but... Now I feel like we're in a pretty good position because the Punishing Fires should take out the constructs as they come down, and the Wasteland lock is pretty nice as well. But I wonder if they have something like a, they're going to copy, okay, makes sense. I was going to say they might have Bajuka Bog. They do just have the combo, but thankfully we have both Caracas and Prismatic Ending, and a big hello Joe, hope you're doing well. Main deck Needles, yeah, that's very true. Luckily the Prismatic Ending will help on the first Needle, but... Oh, they have the depths. Okay. I guess we can make them sack it. Still can't ending through Teeg? Okay, okay, I get it. I get it. I guess we can Punishing Fire our own Teeg, which is nice. Alright, we play Wasteland. We attack with everything. No blocks. So we have Caracas for Dark Depths, we have Wasteland as well. We have Prismatic Ending for a Prismatic Endings for a Pithing Needle. So I think here we actually just pass with Punishing Fire open. And right now I can kill it, which is nice. They get another Saga. To be fair, they can make 1, they can make 2. They get another token as well, so this becomes a 3/3. Or a... I might just take out the Saga now. I could draw and see if we draw to Swords to Plowshares. Let's just work this out because we die to the 2020 if they get rid of the Caracas and they also play around Prismatic Ending. Take out the stage now, that's pretty true as well, I could do that. Yeah, I don't mind taking out the Stager now. It's actually a nice move. Because it takes him off a Saga and also the Depths for now. We know Saga in hand and 3 unknowns. Pretty happy just to return this in response. Taking out Urborg's interesting as well, but currently it's just the Dark Depths that's getting activated from it. See what this names. Probably Karakas? Okay. Another Saga, sure. What if they have Hexmage? Oh, Ritual. Huh. Alright. Well, at least we have the Karakas for it after we Prismatic Ending. After we Punishing Fire our own Gaddock Teeg. There's a few things going on here. Alright. Hey Ramar, welcome. So this is actually a pretty funny turn. So let's start off with Punishing Fire Teeg, and then Prismatic Ending Needle, and then Karakas Sheoldred, and then Wasteland Saga? I think that's it. Never didn't have it. I kind of just want to take the combo offline. I don't really care about the constructs at this point. Because there is a world where the 2020 gets there. Ooh, I could also just hold up the part. I think it's actually... Oh no, because that went on the stack I can't. But that's fine. That's a tough one. This is basically what the pile of Doomsday for Maverick is. Yeah, definitely lucky to get there. Like, having the Wasteland here is quite nice for this Saga. They get another 2/2. Ah, Joe, that's very correct. Oh, nice. That might just do it. Wasteland this. I could attack with a safe key, but I'm pretty happy just to attack with both of these. Punishing Fire, Grove. Oh, I had the line! I had a sweet line! We could have played the Windswept Heath, fetched Dried Arbor, sacked it, and then eaten it with the Ramanap, but this still gets there because we can't just Punishing Fire them. I should have actually eaten the Teeg there. Oh no, because we... Yeah, I definitely could have won that turn, but that is fine. I think we just pass here. But yeah, a little bit. Definitely giving them a turn when I didn't need to. Um. Nice. Kill it with fire. Okay. I like the Force of Vigors. That's probably it. The Teeg can come out. And then it's probably between the Oof and potentially an Endurance. Oof isn't too bad if they play things like Shadow Spear, Soul Guide Lantern. I think it might just be an Endurance and just keep it pretty simple. I think the matchup is quite favored, especially with so much interaction for Dark Depths and Minsc and Boo. Yeah, Safekeeper is kind of nice because it can just be sudden edict fodder. It can also grow a knight without your opponent maybe seeing that line of like attacking with a big construct and then just making knight a little bit bigger. It's also not too bad if they're running something like I guess if they're running Caracas, it does save Minsc. But if they do that, they should do it in response to us targeting, I guess, Boo, sorry. Because if they do it in response to targeting Boo, then the Safekeeper actually gives Shroud, which fizzles Minsc's ability. A lot of mana. No way to ramp either. I'm pretty happy to mull this. I do want at least one removal spell in my opening. And I guess Wasteland's my removal spell here, so I will keep this and probably bottom the Endurance and just have Liberator and Fable. Oh, but Stage Pass. Oh, Force of Vigor is pretty huge. Are they going to try to helm us? Oh, we're so lucky. Oh, we're so lucky. Oh. No, opponent. Opponent could have waited and done it in upkeep to turn off the ability of Force. That would have been pretty sweet. If they waited for our upkeep. Oh, we mill a Punishing Fire? That's kind of cool. It's not as cool. I like keeping the Wasteland at the moment for a Saga. No, because if we kill it end step, they respond by going for it. And that would... Yeah, they still had stage open, so they could have gone for it. Okay. Oh, no, don't pass, no! No! I can tap out, right? Yeah, I can tap out, but... sorry, chat. Apologies. Sorry. Okay. Do I discard these two? I guess we'll see what we draw into, but... I guess I can respond by seeing what we draw and then trigger Punishing Fire this, and then probably discard these two. Nice. Now we get to attack, get a trigger, and then also just get another Fable down. I could also go for Collector Oof to turn off the map, but I think we can Green Suns into Night before they get Dark Depths online. I definitely don't want to discard anything. Fable really showing its power in this matchup. Especially with the tokens, being able to draw into mana dorks in the mid game and just discard them because your mana is set. What if they go for Saga? That'd be interesting. Maybe Saga's the plan here because of Wasteland being turned off, but Night being a way to find... Well, they go for Dark Depths, okay. Really nice opponent. What's with people being nice these days in MTG chat? Yeah, okay. If we have fame and then like famous people, I'm down here. But it's really nice. It's really nice when people are like, hey, good luck and I like the content or things like that. Always really cool. I love people that type exclamation point deck, but as exclamation point deck list, which is tough. I wish I could set up a functionality so it goes for both exclamation point deck and exclamation point deck list to show the deck list, but it should be over here on Keyboard, over here. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I know Twitter gets a bad rap for the most part, and a lot of the salt I do see from Modern. I don't know what it is, but a lot of Modern people don't like other Modern players' decks performing optimally. There is a lot of course you draw that, or of course your deck is just good cards.deck. People, yeah, they're animals. I could not take it. I would be saying too many sorries. That's true. Modern is the most played format. All right, Ollie. See if you can take me to a 4-1. Look, on the draw, this is actually a pretty tough one. It is a stacked hand that really relies on the bird. No, I'm not about it. This I am about. I'm going to keep this in bottom the Outland Liberator because it's the outlier and we can find it with Green Suns. There we go. Look at that. Elves, potentially? The Jun Loam deck was really cool. Glimmer Post? Oh, Cloud Post. A little bit of a yikes. But they lead on Forest. Okay, that's quite nice for Pithing Needle and Wasteland. And the Sylvan Library is going to be pretty clutch at getting us back into this game. I wonder if they crop there into a Cloud Post. No. At least if they Green Suns here for an Elvish Reclaimer, we can still ramp with Green Sun Zenith. Oh, Ballista? Yikes. Okay. Never didn't have it. I could try to ramp into Minsc next turn, but I think Library here is just a little bit safer, especially if we can find Wasteland. We don't have too much of a plan post-board. I guess we have like Force and Surgical are the main things here. Oh, Beseiju? That's really aggressive. What are they hitting? Oh, my Library, of course. I guess we just try to Minsc, right? Next turn. Oh, they have the Caracas? Come on. Oh, come on. There goes those plans. I think we're still going to Minsc. Green Suns for 2 turns off, no, like Teeg, but Caracas gets Teeged. I could get Collector Oof, which turns off like Expedition Map. Could also save this. Ooze Eat Ballista. I don't mind Green Sunning for Dryad Arbor and play Ooze, and then seeing if they tap off the Caracas potentially. Alright. I think here we're just going to keep the Ooze alive. No endurance, which is nice. I also just get to make this quite big by eating Ballista. And also eating Noble Hierarch, because the Dryad's pretty good for Knight. Yeah, at least they're not ramping, that's very true. Also holding up swords here, which is nice. Ah, they're going to crop away the Caracas. That's very generous. Yav. Okay. Another crop? Getting rid of the forest. Okay. Well, now a wasteland's really good off the top, if we can take them off green. You smell Titan? Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 3 cards in hand. Green Sun's for 4? I don't think so. 5 mana. Potentially that new like O-Stone thing that allows us not to play around with... Oh, Golos? Yeah, Golos could be the go here. Oh. Slow roll land like a boss. Yeah, it could be. I think if anything, end step, I'm just gonna... Oh, they're gonna Green Suns for 3. Ah, potentially Ramanap, get back a land? I probably just want to eat the Caracas then. It can't be... I guess it could be Endurance. So I don't need to eat the Dryad Arbor because this is already a 4/4, so I'd rather just get rid of that Caracas once and for all. Endurance. Okay. Alright, Minsc. If now was your time, it's right now. Oh, I have to pay for it? Okay. Oh, so good. And I think here we just take them off the Yavimaya. Like, if they have a crop, they have a crop. Oh, so good. So good. Oh my gosh, they're going to concede to that? Oof. Clutch. Did you see that strategy, though? Turn 5, draw Wasteland. Let's go to boarding. Let's go to boarding. Alright, I think the Punishing Fires are an easy cut here. At least the swords just hit pretty much everything else. I could see like Safekeeper coming out. I really just want the Force of Vigors. And I don't mind the Surgicals, just on Cloudpost. I think that's going to be the switch. Like, that's probably just it. Darkport Bill, thank you very much. I really played towards the Wasteland, I think. I think there's a lot of energy around it that when we drew it, we kind of just knew it was going to happen, so... this is quite nice. It's a turn 2 Knight. Pyroblast looking great. Yeah, it's been, what, 3? Yeah, 3 green leagues? Someone say that in chat before? Cloudpost. Alright. Come on, Once Upon a Time. Green Suns. Let's ramp, boys. Let's get there. Alright, 2 mana open. Nothing? I rock. Pretty crazy to come up against Naya Depths, Mono Black Depths, Jund, Loam, and Cloudpost as your 5 matches. Yeah, I think if you really want to get into Cloudpost, definitely follow into_play. Tony is an exceptional player, and when he plays the deck in challenges, etc., he does very well. Oof. Wow, how'd you draw that wasteland? I know, right? Sometimes it just lines up. Maybe we get to Minsc next turn, like... Oh, do you guys see the line? Do you guys see the line? This is... Because I see the line. Get the Minsc. Don't use attack with Boo. Get the Exalted triggers. And then sacrifice this little guy to this guy to draw 4. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is legacy. This is legacy. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Come on. Oh. Bro. So good. Can we open these? That's pretty cool. Ancient Gold Dragon. Interesting. Oh my gosh. That was insane. Look, decklist was sweet. Decklist was pretty cool. A few times there where Teeg wasn't really necessary. I could see that getting switched out. Someone can hopefully clip that. Hopefully someone can clip that, because that was pretty good. But yeah, let's quickly go to Decktech. Really nice to get the 4-1. That's always a great feeling. Honestly, the deck felt really nice. Like, the mana felt great. It was really nice having 23, 5, and then the Once Upon a Times. Like, Boo there was really, really cool. But probably Teeg, like, the only reason that I have both Teeg and Oof in the main deck is because we aren't running Thalia, we're not running Spirit of Labyrinth, so I just wanted a little bit more oomph, not just oof, against combo through Green Sun Zenith. And Safekeeper is just a great way to protect those in the matchups we want them. Especially something like Otawara against 8-cast, to be able to protect Collector Oof from that is pretty exceptional, so that's really nice. Yeah, like, I think Punishing Fire there was great as well. Like, the reach of it was nice. Especially as this deck does get to 5 mana pretty quickly. You can have Grove and then 2 mana for double Punishing Fire. You also have Ooze and Endurances to make DRCs quite small. So, you know, DRC being a 3/3 isn't often the case, which is kind of cool. Yeah, honestly, just nice to play around with Red again. I mean, Fable was pretty sweet. I really enjoyed Fable. I still like the 1 library as well. I think it obviously shined against these sort of decks where they're not running Narsets. They might be running Prismatic Endings, but still just a 1/1, which is kind of cool. It's also one more ending not going towards a creature. We did get caught out a little bit by not having white. So I think if anything, I'll just adjust it like this going forward. and potentially playing Teeg in the board. I definitely want to go down to 60, so I think, to be fair, it'd probably be Gaddock Teeg sideboard, and maybe just the one surgical, because we do have 3 endurances, and also the ooze in the main deck. I think against combo decks we have a lot of, or at least graveyard combo decks, we have a lot of game against them, so I think that would be the line that I would take. But I hope you guys enjoyed this content. That was a really, really nice way to get there. It was, yeah, pretty nice. I am dead. It is nearly 11:30, so I'm going to call it, but a huge thank you to the new followers, the new subscribers, and just for you guys for coming in, hanging out. I always enjoy it. What matchups are the Mountain for? The Mountain is for Blue-Red Delver, where I want access to my blast effects of a basic. And then like Death and Taxes, I don't mind it because Punishing Fire is still great. Fable's pretty good. Any of like the mid-range decks as well. I don't mind the Mountain. And you know, honestly, it could just be in the mana base without it being in the board and having an extra slot, because it is a big, like a slot in the sideboard is big. So I definitely could see it in the main deck. It could even be where Teeg goes, but it's nice to just cut down on one. But yeah, really cool. A huge thank you, too kind. Hey Wiltron, big thank you for the back and forth on Discord about Green Black Depths. Always nice to talk about you. Always nice to see you doing so well on Twitter as well. But yeah, I think maybe the Mountain isn't needed. Maybe against those decks we just have enough ways to get red mana off our creatures. But I think it's, I really want to be able to test it out and see how it goes. So we'll see how that slides. But I'm going to see who else is streaming. Potentially Ramar at this moment. Tagores is streaming, which is nice. Alright, I'm gonna send you guys over there. A huge thank you once again. That was that was fun. I really enjoyed that. So hope you guys enjoyed it as well, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.